Alright, hello, my name is Dylan Anderson. I'm an AWD 1115 student. We're going to be going over chapter 5 and 6, the hands-on test for this chapter. I'm going to be explaining how the product feature works within the MVC architecture and how it connects to the database. We're going to start on the products page. So when a user navigates to the products URL, the request does not go directly to the page. MVC first routes the request to products controller. So let's look in products controller here. We've got our index method. You can see we've got our edit, our load, our create. We've got our get and our post on either of those. We'll get into that a little bit later. The meat and potatoes here is our index method for our product list. So we've got context products, and we've got an include statement, and then we've got a to list statement, and then we've also got a view product statement. So the context product statement accesses the products table through entity framework. The include statement tells entity framework to load the related category information for each product, and the list method executes the query and retrieves the data from the database. So after the data is retrieved, the view products sends the list of products to view so it can be displayed to the user. So we see that displayed here. We can add, we can edit, we can delete. If you add a product, I've got a test product here that was added along with these. So if you add a product, it is immediately shown to the user on that page. Let's head over to the product.cs here. Go through that a little bit. The products page here also demonstrates the database architecture of the project. The product model represents the products table, the category ID, which is here. The category ID property acts as a foreign key, which connects a product to a category. So as you see, we've got the basketball, ball sports, football, basketball, baseball. We've got a baseball bat. If we had a baseball, we could throw that under ball sports. Bowling, a bowling ball. I think that's a little separate, give or take, but you know kind of where we're getting at there. So let's throw the sales order context up here. So right here, the database connection is handled through the sales order context class. DB context acts as the bridge between the MVC application and the database. So these DB sets really represent the database tables and allow entity framework to perform queries, inserts, updates, deletes, all that stuff. So this is how my controller is able to access data without writing SQL directly. We can go into product controllers here real quick. Let's go over the create. This is a get method. As you can see, I've got it labeled. I like to do that. That way it's easier for me to come back and do all this. Um, the create functionality. This is a get method, and it runs when a user opens the form. Before displaying the form, it calls load categories method to populate the category drop-down list. And then this ensures that the user can select an existing category when creating a new product. So let's kind of just see how that works real quick. Under here, we've got existing categories of ball sports, baseball, bowling, tennis, stuff like that. So you can, categories are already loaded into that. So yeah, that's probably all I'll go over. A lot of this other stuff is, we've got our delete methods, our edit methods, our, all that good jazz. So I'd really just kind of be repeating what I've gone over so far. Let's hit the index real quick. Let's hit the index. The this whole page right here, it receives a list of products from the controller and it displays them for the user. The viewer is responsible only for presentation and does not directly access the database. And this is a separation of responsibility. This is kind of what I was going to get at. Is this is the separation? Ugh, if I could talk, this is a separation of responsibilities. And it's one of the core principles of MVC. So if we can get that down, if we can separate out what does what, that is kind of going to be our bread and butter for, I believe, moving forward. So yeah, thank you for your time. I know I went over a little bit, but this was a little bit hard to chat in 5 minutes. So thank you guys.